Ladies and gentlemen, after much trial and error, I have succeeded in doing something I have not seen anybody else do. It works perfectly, flawlessly, and has no real issues whatsoever. Let's take a look at it. Boom! So, this happens to be a hiding staircase. Look at that. Flush. Completely hidden. You can place this in the middle of a floor. You can place this against a wall. There is a little bit of space requirements when it comes to like 2 out over here and here. But over here, you could actually have this flush up against a wall pretty well. I would recommend this particular input be something like a redstone dust, not like a repeater. But if we go ahead and take a look at the action here, boom, look at it. You have the ability to go up the staircase and out. Now, as to the input, I'll show you a particular thing that we've done, but this allows us to be able to have a input down here and hide away every single time. Every time, no issues. So, let's go ahead and take a look at what we need to do here. Let us go over some of the requirements that you need in order to build this. First things first, we've got 3 sticky pistons down here at the bottom. We have 1 sticky piston out the back here, and then we have a total of 9 sticky pistons on this edge. For the most part, the repeaters are pretty important to be where they are in terms of tick length, just for timing's sake. However, bugging problems in later updates may need adjusting there, but for the most part, everything is pretty well timed. So, we do have the obsidian, which is right here, as a non-movable block. You can use any immobile block that you want. I like crying obsidian just because it's pretty, but you do need this redstone line right here, which when you do go down the staircase, it is visible along with the hidden blocks over here. But when it really comes down to it, this is your secret spot. The prettiness needs to be up here, not down here. So, when we have this open, we have the double piston extender with this single piston extender kind of tacked on to the end like so. That allows the staircases to be pulled downward and be flush in a line, which allows the hidden mechanism to work. This last staircase doesn't actually move at all, but this one goes up 2 and this one goes up 1. And that allows us to get the staircase walking down. So, for a couple of other important features to keep in mind, we'll go over some of the overall setup, but this right here is a surprisingly important system for the timing. That means that until this double piston extender has begun its retraction sequence, you will not begin the extension of the back here. And that is important for the timing of it. Now, for the most part, it's just to make sure that you get the smooth and even break. Again, it's once this starts its descension process, so it allows this staircase to kind of pull out of the way before this comes down, and then you'll see this is the last one to actually pop up, and that's because the immovable blocks here prevent that staircase from being pushed out until this double piston extender gets the opportunity to pull all the way down. So you see here it kind of locks that in place. We can see a little bit down here, and then boom, it goes up. So that's one of the crucial problems I had right there, and that is the solution. It helps to have all of them, but I think this is the crucial block that needs to be the immovable block. So let's go through a tutorial here on how to get this going. Positioning is key, right? We do need to make sure that when we have our open spot, so the first staircase that we'd like needs to be at least 3 blocks away from anything such as a wall. If you have this sunk into the ground or anything like that, then you're a little bit more free for your space, of course, but say you're up on an island or you're trying to hide this inside of a house or something, your staircase is going to need to be 3 blocks away from the back and 3 blocks away from the side. And I would say 1 block, however, the input right here you need to be careful about, and you may want to account for 2 blocks this way. And of course, with the staircase itself going forward, you actually only need these 3 blocks. Everything after here is all just extra for decoration. All right, so this is the mechanism and the hidden capability. All right, so this end can be pretty well flush against anything that you would like. So let's go ahead and begin the build process, going from our double piston extender here, which is our staircase. So come on over here, and we're going to start with this double piston extender. So we go bum, bum. Off the side of this double piston extender, we are going to have an additional sticky piston. So come down to the bottom, and we're going to start out with a 4-tick repeater into that with a piece of redstone dust. And then from there, we will go ahead and add in our next setup over to the side here. We're going to go ahead and place a block here. It can be any block of choice you want. Full redstone repeaters on full ticks here. And then we're going to go ahead and complete our redstone line. From this point, we want to be able to set up this system to fire, and we need to do that using the technique that we had over here. So to do so, we're going to go ahead and place in a slab on the bottom so that we actually can translate that signal upwards. And then we're going to go ahead off that block there, and we're going to go ahead and bring a redstone repeater. And we're not going to put that on any delay, but then we're going to place a block against that redstone repeater. And that actually should be our opening sequence. So if we go ahead and test that here, boom, up goes that. And there we go, our retraction. So now the next setup here is to add in this side component for this additional piston. So we will go ahead and place in a block against that, a block going down, a block going over, another block going over, and one more block. So we'll go ahead and place in our redstone. This is going to be where we include a repeater going this way and a repeater going into this block. We'll go ahead and set this one on 4. That is important for later. No ticks on this repeater. Then we'll go ahead and set our block right here, and this will be our input. Ba-boom, up they go. Ba-boom, down they go. All right, so one more thing to do with this bottom layer, and then we'll be moving on to the top layer. So we want to be able to set in the system over here, which is important for the going up. So we're going to go ahead off this back block, place in 1 redstone dust, and a block. And then we're going to go ahead and put another block, and we're going to go ahead and place the redstone torch on top of that block. I'm going to place a redstone dot, like so. As we see over here, we have that placed into a block. So you can go ahead and place that into a block with the piston on it. And there's your block. And that also makes for a convenient place to be able to position for this top. So when we actually do extend that back up out, we can see that that block is pretty much the top layer. So right above this block is going to be where we have our floor. So off this, we're going to go ahead and build the remaining piece of our setup. So we're going to go on boom, 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 boom. And then we're going to go ahead and make sure you put in the obsidian here, here, and here. It is very important. Directly above these, you go ahead and obsidian 3. Okay? And then we are going to be having a redstone torch placed on top of this, just like that. The redstone dust is going to go down the line. And then we're going to go ahead and make sure we have a repeater set on 2-tick delay into a block over here with a repeater on 2-tick delay. And then we're going to come right on over here and finish out some more gold blocks. Dun, dun, dun. Just like that. And put in redstone there. So now we're going to go ahead and place in our pistons. Oh no! Ha! Can I place a piston? There, there, and there. Alright. And then we do actually want the pistons to be on there, there, and there. Ta-da! And then finally, piston here, here, and here. And that actually should be everything all done. So when we pull this down, boom, boom, boom. So now at this point, we have the ability to pretty much choose anything that we would like in terms of blocks to place in. So for instance, let's say we wanted nice red and then give us some nice little quartzy stairs. So we can go ahead and place in a concealing layer. And the blocks will pull away. And then let's go ahead and place in some stairs. Boom, boom, and boom. Oh no. Boom. Now, because I have used a half slab over there in comparison over here, you kind of have that last jump, but half slabs or whole blocks work either way. And down it comes. Just as smooth and simple. It's a pretty nifty system. Not too hard to set up. And it works flawlessly every single time. So ladies and gentlemen, feasty feasty, beasty beasty,